Good morning everyone and welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort, our home resort as DVC members and by far our favorite place to stay on Walt Disney World property. This place is schwanky. We are in a deluxe studio room with a preferred view, and walking into the room our first reaction was wow. Legit, we've stayed in some crazy Disney World hotels, but this is by far the most luxurious room arrangement we've ever had. Now to be clear, we are in a deluxe studio, not a tower studio. Tower studios have very similar styles, very similar functions, very similar amenities, but they're much smaller than this room. It's quiet time. First thing we noticed coming right through the door was these hooks, obviously meant for coats and umbrellas. We hung masks on them and Katie's Loungefly bag. These are the things we're gonna be using every day while we're here, so we figured why not keep them next to the door. There's also this little ledge here where you can put stuff that you're gonna need to grab quickly, like keys or magic bands. Trash and recycling sorted bin right next to the door here, so you can throw something there on your way out if you have to. And our closet is fairly sizable, as is customary for Disney. This light turns on automatically when the door opens. There is no need to flick a switch or anything. Extra pillow and blanket up there. Extra pillow and blanket up there as well, because there's more than one bed in this room, so they give you more than one pillow and blanket. Of course, you have the usual closet space for jackets and hoodies and spirit jerseys like the one that Katie's hung here. You have your safe, which is pretty customary for Disney. A laundry basket, laundry bag, and laundry rack or suitcase rack, however you choose to use it. We've pretty much just crammed a bunch of our shoes in here for the time being to get them out of the way, but you can use this space to store suitcases as well. It's pretty sizable. This is what truly blew our minds about this room. The bathroom is actually siloed out into two halves of a whole. There's one toilet here and it's got a substantial flush, excellent pressure, but these towel racks here are meant to accommodate this standing shower. It does have a seat in there as well, I'll show you in just a second. But the shower here is stand only. And then on the other side, we've got a second shower, which has both shower and tub. So incredibly, you have 2 showers per deluxe studio room here, meaning that in theory, you can get 2 people through the shower at the exact same time. Now, of course, I can understand how you might feel it seems a little intimate to have 2 people showering right across from each other at the same time, but that is exactly why Disney has given you these partition doors, so you can actually close off one side of the bathroom from the other and make it its own thing. Both of the showers have excellent pressure, but we've only, for the most part, been using this one because this one has a waterfall shower head. Both showers have a rack of Disney's H2O Plus shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. The shower and tub combination also has the laundry line, which you can pull out and string across to hang, say, bathing suits. Your sink here is pretty much the standard size, but you do have a ton of room on this countertop. So if one person is using the sink, another person can still stand in parallel and put on their makeup or trim up their beard, you know, how you do. Your sink also comes equipped with the standard H2O Plus body lotion and facial soap if you need or want either. And plenty of room underneath the sink for everyone who likes to travel with all of their toiletries. As we make our way into the room, you'll see there's actually another sink here. You have more or less a full kitchenette. You don't have a stovetop or an oven, but you do have a coffee machine, a microwave, a sink, and a fridge. If I go ahead and open this up, you'll see you also have a toaster. Disney does provide you in here with some disposable plates, bowls, and silverware, but if plastic isn't for you, I would recommend bringing your own. And of course, to go with the coffee maker, you have your usual tray of fixings, including Joffrey's coffee. Your fridge here is a pretty good size, so you can definitely fit, you know, soda bottles, water bottles. If you bring something back from one of the quick service restaurants, you can store it in here. And having a microwave is really beneficial too, because if you do want to put some of your food in here, you know you can always heat it up later as opposed to having to eat it cold, which is the situation at many of the value or even the deluxe resorts. It's nice having both. Now, as we make our way into the main bedroom area, one important critical thing that I do want to point out is the sheer number of outlets, both AC and USB, throughout this room. We did a quick roundup. There are 24 AC outlets and 8 USB outlets, which means in theory, if you had the right device types, you could be charging 32 things or running 32 things all at once from your room. That is insane to me, especially coming from Crystal Springs most recently, where we had about 4 outlets total and we had to move the couches to find them. Disney has got your back. As is customary for a hotel stay in the time of COVID, your room comes with enhanced cleaning protocols. All of these items are being wiped down and sanitized, including door handles, light switches, amenities, beverage areas, bathroom fixtures, bathroom amenities, so on and so forth all the way down. And recurrent resources like the TV remote are always going to be bagged for you, so you know no one has touched them since they were last sanitized. This is all you. Once you take the bag off, you're good to go. Moving on to the bed. We have a queen size bed, very, very comfortable. It's got a firm enough mattress without being too firm or too soft, either one. 4 pillows came standard, but of course you have other pillows and extra blankets in the closet. The thing that I think Katie likes most about this bed is that there is tons of space underneath of it where you can shove suitcases to get them out of the way, or bags, or souvenirs, or whatever you need to get out of the way. There are 2 AC outlets and 2 USB outlets situated on either side of the bed right next to the nightstand for charging your phones and other devices. There's also additional storage space in the drawers at the foot of the bed, which is where Katie likes to store clothes. And each nightstand has 3 empty drawers where you can store anything and everything you might need for bedtime. But if the queen size bed doesn't accommodate the space your family needs, look at that! This is a fold-out twin bed tucked right in underneath the TV, so you can sleep at least one more kid. I would not put someone that's over 150 pounds on this. It doesn't seem like it's meant to take that kind of weight, but it can definitely accommodate kids. And anyone who wants to sleep here gets a view of this little Pascal. All right, out of the way with you. You also have this adorable little breakfast nook. Also comes equipped with AC outlets and USB outlets, where you can charge and work from your laptop, or you can sit here and maybe have a cup of coffee and eat a bagel. Next to the couch, you do have this coffee table area. This also has drawers that you can open up and store things in. Honestly, we don't need as much space as they gave us. And then, of course, there is the couch. But is it just a couch, or is there more? Ta-da! This Murphy bed is also a queen size and can accommodate probably 2 adults, if not 3 children. So in addition to all of that function, you also get this artistic masterpiece of the 101 Dalmatians, or, you know, 5 of them, watching their cowboy movie from the 101 Dalmatians film. Back you go, back you go. We didn't even really talk about the art in this room, but the Riviera is chock full of amazing art, and the rooms are no exception here. This appears to be something impressionistic from Cars 2. You can see really tight in here. There's a little blotch that's supposed to be Lightning McQueen. And let us not forget that there are hidden Mickeys all over the resort and the rooms. Here's one just above the bed. Now, of course, the best part of a preferred view room is going to be the preferred view. So let's take a look off our balcony and see what kind of view we've got. So this is the view from our balcony, and it is absolutely incredible. I would definitely call this a preferred view. Already since arriving here, we've had a couple meals out on this balcony, ate a couple of snacks, watched the kids play on the splash pad, watched the sunset. It's been really, really incredible having access to a balcony with a view like this. Can we talk about how the curtains here have these little Riviera Resort logos on them that the further out you get, the more they look like a pattern of butterflies? Imagineers are great at what they do. All right, guys, so we're now hearing a fair amount of thunder outside. The grounds tour is probably not gonna happen for us today because the rain is pretty imminent, but we can do a grounds tour tomorrow, and fortunately, through the power of time travel, we'll be able to bring that grounds tour to you right now. Bonjour! So underneath this main archway is where Magical Express is going to drop you off, or Tragical Express is going to pick you up. This is also where Uber, Lyft,
and all the rideshare services are gonna pull in to grab you from.
This is also the area of the resort that you're gonna be looking for if you're trying to catch a bus to Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. However, bear in mind that because this is a Skyliner resort, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, the only access points you have are through the Skyliner. Unless there is severe weather, such as wind or lightning, the Skyliner is always going to be running from 1 hour before park open to 1 hour after park close, sometimes 2. Buses will take you back and forth between Animal and Magic. Epcot and Hollywood Studios, use the Skyliner.
I absolutely love these fountains right out front as you're walking into the main lobby. This just screams to me, hey, you're about to be fancy for a couple of days. So this is your main lobby area. It's absolutely fabulous, and the smell of the Riviera that hits you right as you walk in is absolutely intoxicating. Sundays and Mondays are big travel days for the Disney crowd, and this lobby is almost always packed on those mornings, so just be aware if you're arriving, but there might not be quite as much room, especially during COVID, while some seats are off limits.
Right behind me is Petit Café. It's basically just a baked goods shop. During the morning they have breakfast pastries, during the evening they have desserts. Katie also loves to stop by here to get coffee in the morning, iced and hot, both. They don't have like meals, they just have tasty little treats, but they're really tasty little treats.
And if you're lucky enough to find this empty, there's a little balcony here. One party at a time is allowed out here. But if you're able to get access to this while no other parties are using it, you can come out and look upon your kingdom.
Good to see you, hello! Yes, no pictures, please.
There's also a gift shop here called La Boutique. It's full of clothes and sugar and spice and everything nice. Of course, La Boutique carries all the Riviera exclusive merch like towels and Painter Mickey dolls, but they also carry things you might have left behind, such as chapstick, diapers. They even have some Lunchables. And of course, you've got pins, lanyards, magnets, etc. You know, the Disney essentials. We actually bought an umbrella from La Boutique just the other day because we couldn't find the one we thought we brought. Also off the main lobby and tucked in behind Le Petit Café is the Voyageur's Lounge. It's basically a library of all of Walt Disney's adventures as a young man and all the things that inspired Disney's Riviera Resort. There's a lot of stuffed animals and plate from a different era tucked in there in glass cases. It's really, really cool to look at from a history perspective. Plus, you can get off your feet and you can get away from a busy lobby on check-in day. There is a fitness center here. It's just off the main stairs of the lobby. It is open. It is, however, very small, and capacity is even more limited now with COVID than it would be normally. So, if you're a health and fitness nut, my recommendation would be to consider doing cardio on the jogging trail around the loop that connects the Caribbean beach and the Riviera. That's gonna give you a lot more space to breathe and keep you more socially distant from people. However, if you do want to use the fitness center, again, it is open. They have an elliptical, they have treadmill, they have free weights. You just have to be careful, you know, about making sure you're sharing the space appropriately. There's 3 pool areas here at Disney's Riviera Resort. There's the main pool, which has a water slide. There's the quiet pool, or the adult pool. And then there's a little splash pad, which is themed to Fantasia. The adult pool, or the quiet pool, so called because fewer children are in it with no water slide, is sort of an infinity pool. It's really cool. It does run a little bit later and opens a little bit earlier than the rest of the pools. I think that one runs from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. The main pool area with the water slide and the splash pad both, those open at 10 a.m. and run until 11 p.m. There is towel service down here as well, so you don't have to bring a towel from your room. However, because of COVID, no one is here monitoring, so you just pretty much have to take a towel and go. No one's gonna hand one to you. Right next to the main pool and the splash pad is Bar Riva. It's an open air establishment where you can grab a drink, grab a little snack, and then you can sit poolside to consume it. Now, you're not gonna get a 4-course meal here, of course, but you can get sandwiches, you can get snacks, you can get cocktails, of course, all of which are perfect for sitting poolside and just kind of chilling out and munching. Katie got the Merci Honey cocktail from Bar Riva just now. What do you think?
It's excellent.
Adjacent Bar Riva and actually accessible from inside the building is Primo Piatto, which is the Riviera's quick service restaurant. Because it is quick service, they do have mobile order available here. However, the hallway in which you have to stand before you're allowed to enter and pick up your food is actually quite small and narrow. So it would probably be a good idea not to show up until you actually get the confirmation that your order is ready. Otherwise, you're gonna wind up backing up the line in the hallway pretty badly. Cool little detail is that they've got movie posters here in all kinds of different languages. French for sure, but I think also Italian and some other languages that inspired the Riviera as well. It's frozen.
I thought it was gonna happen regardless.
One more stop on the grand tour before we exit to the Skyliner. If you've watched any of our other videos, you'll know that Topolino's Terrace is on the top floor of this resort, and it's one of our absolute favorite places in the world to eat.
It's delicious.
We were actually here for Topolino's breakfast yesterday, but because of the bad weather, we weren't allowed out on the terrace itself, which is the best part about coming to Topolino's Terrace. Not that the food's bad, it's amazing, but the terrace is definitely why you come to Topolino's Terrace. So if you get a chance while you're dining there, night or day, make sure to come out here on the terrace, and like the view is just incredible out here. We just pinpointed the new barge that's center ring at Epcot for the Harmonious fireworks show, so eventually you will be able to see both the Fantasmic fireworks and the Harmonious fireworks from this deck, which is going to be absolutely incredible. In the meantime, it's just an amazing view regardless. Breakfast is a character breakfast, dinner is a standard dinner. None of it is cheap, but all of it is extremely tasty and well worth the trip up to the 10th floor to try. Headed now to the Riviera Skyliner station for the last stop on our grand tour. On your way to the Skyliner, you're also going to encounter these absolutely glorious mosaic murals that span all the way around the tunnel. One is Tangled and one is Peter Pan, and they are absolutely incredible to look at. They're absolutely huge. I can't even imagine how long they took to assemble.
Months probably, but
probably months with Disney.
A team of a lot of people.
A team of a lot of people and one extremely talented artist.
And since Katie is a true lover of all things Tangled, this is her new home.
Disney's Riviera Resort is a Skyliner resort, which means right outside your own bedroom door, you can hop the Skyliner to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or you can resort hop to Caribbean Beach, Art of Animation, or Pop Century Resort. Skyliner connects all of the above. You can also just hop on if you want to take a crawl and go collect a couple of drinks from each resort, come back to your room and chill out for a little bit. They let you board even if you don't have a destination in mind. You can just go for a ride.
If you're headed to Hollywood Studios, you're going to want to board on the side facing the Riviera. If you're headed to Epcot, you're going to want to walk around the Skyliner and into the back area here, because this is the side that loads for Epcot.
Watch step by step to remain seated before your flight.
Here we go! Woo! Always a little bit of a kick taking off.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for our Riviera Resort tour. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We have loved staying here. We've loved eating all the food here. It's absolutely amazing. If you thought this was a great tour and it really helped you out, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up on the video and maybe even a subscription if you feel like you might watch more of our stuff. And if you hated the tour and thought this was a terrible video, keep it to yourself.